So my research group works in the field of multicellular systems biology, and what we're basically trying to do is we're trying to use multicellular mathematical modelling to try and understand biological systems. So for example, we're trying to understand how tissues in the body form organs and how they function and what goes wrong. So the basic modelling technique that my research group uses to understand these biological systems is multicellular modelling. So what we are doing is we're having a representation of individual cells, and then we're combining lots of these representations together and seeing how collective behaviour emerges and how that then would drive tissue development. Multicellular modelling has been around for some time. It used to be kind of primarily simple representation, so you kind of had a point representation of the cell and how that interacted with its neighbours. What my research group is looking at is how mechanical features in these models, so how a cell mechanically interacts with its neighbours or interacts with its environment, how that influences biological development. One of the key facets of my group's research is actually looking at how different models can be used to represent the same biological phenomena and how each different model introduces different artefacts into simulation's outcome. And therefore, when you're actually investigating a biological question, it's crucial to understand the limitations and the benefits of each of your particular models and use the appropriate one for the appropriate situation. When you're actually looking at the outcomes of my group's research, there's kind of two outcomes in a way. There's the kind of mathematical outcome, so there's the simulation results and analytical results that we'll get from our particular models. But crucially, what's more important is actually the biological outcomes. So what are the predictions we can make? So do our models predict that a tumour will grow twice as fast under certain conditions, or does it predict that a virus will invade when it would not? And those are the outcomes that we're actually very interested in, how model choice, how it influences those particular outcomes. And that's what's really important. So the potential impact for this research is actually being able to identify which models are appropriate to use in which situation, and to make sure that when you're making conclusions based on your mathematical models, they're actually grounded in reality and not based on artifacts of a particular model. The best thing I like about working in mathematical biology is actually working with people. So being able to work with really, really good mathematicians, computer scientists, and also experimentalists to try and tackle something that wouldn't be possible without all of these people working together.